So without further ado, I want to call on Eirene. She's our first presenter this evening.
Hey, Eirene.
So Eirene, tell us, what do you do for a living, quickly?
I'm a psychologist and I do neuropsychological testing.
Okay. And when did you join Lifestyles?
2021.
2021? Okay. And how did you find out about it?
It was through my brother-in-law who's in San Antonio, and he was doing really well.
Okay. I know she can talk. I know she can.
It's in front of a crowd. It's a little different.
Right now he's doing apartments, but he started out doing single family, and so and my parents also were in real estate. So
Did you think he was crazy when he first talked to you about this?
no, it just made it easier to join.
Because you saw him do it already. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so let's talk about the property this evening. It's a property that was before we go there, I want to take a step back and just talk about one of our properties this evening, and also our second property as well, actually. This weekend, David is going to talk about the Lifestyles model and the type of properties that we buy, okay? That was then, this is now. We have, because of the market, because of everything that's happened since 2008, we have opened our options and start looking, our members have started looking at brand new builds, okay? It doesn't mean that that's all we do is what David is gonna talk about this weekend, but we also look into a new build as well.
So there's a different opportunity, a different way to look at it.
Yes.
And some people like the idea of brand new builds because everything's new. What could go wrong? So it's a more safe kind of thing. Maybe the returns might be a little different, but we're going to see that.
And it depends on your goals as well. And David will go through all this weekend. So how did you find out about this property, Eirene?
Jennifer Peters. Jennifer, is that you?
Jennifer Peters is one of our realtors back there. Okay.
It was through one of her blasts.
Okay. And David is going to talk about the blast this evening as well.
Well, this weekend. Yeah.
I'm sorry, this weekend. All right. So this is a brand new build. It was built in 2021?
2021.
Right. Okay. So was it built when you went under contract, or was it still under construction?
It was finished.
Okay. Okay. So it's 2 bedrooms, 2 bath, no garage. It comes with the washer and dryer, which is something that we do not do. We don't recommend that at Lifestyles Unlimited. However, this was provided by the builder, so okay, it's there. Why not? And I think the fridge and the microwave. So these are other items, appliances that we do not provide as part of the Lifestyles model, just because things can go wrong. And David will go over that this weekend. Okay, let's talk about the numbers because we all love numbers. What was the purchase price?
$124,900.
Okay, very good. And the lender, I'm sorry, not the lender, but rather the builder gave you a $500 allowance to put up blinds?
Oh, no.
He didn't?
No.
But I put in $500 for you because I know we talked about.
She gave me $500.
Okay. So the closing, I guess the cash to close was $3,600. Rather,
that number's right. Yes,
$3,700.
So remember, folks, I told you the typical deal is what? About $30,000. Now this is a new build, so it's a little bit more out of pocket. But there's nothing to fix up, nothing to do. You just make money from day one. Who likes that idea? So we're showing you a little bit different of an opportunity tonight.
Yes. So the thing to keep with new builds is that you put up a sign day one. You don't have to deal with the rehab. You don't have to deal with GC. You don't have to deal with permits. You close. You have sometimes you can put up a sign even before you close, and you may have tenants right the day you close, and that's happened before. So your rent is $1,335 a month, which is $16,000 a year. You pay the property tax, the note, the insurance, and that leaves about $442. That's a cash flow that's going into your bank account, right? About
So think about it. Remember when I
$5,300 a
sat
year.
there and said when we play Monopoly, every house makes 200 to 600? See, that's 442. So what you got to do is you take that $36,000, you divide it by that 16,000. That's a 14% return. Who'd be okay with that? Well, I mean, by the cash flow. I'm sorry, the cash flow, because that's after all your expenses. $5,000 and the 36,000 is 14% tax-free. That would be like getting a bond 14% return tax-free. Who'd be okay with that? Is that better than what you're doing in the market? That's what you got to compare it to. Compare it to what you're doing now. Okay?
Exactly. So there is an equity capture of $26,000 as of today, right?
So that's like what, an 80% return?
80% return.
Who'd be okay with that too? She puts out 36,000, but she's making an extra 26,000 because the property already went out in value. Watch this. How many people in this room are from Houston? In the past 5 years, how many of your houses went up in value? Wow, real estate works, doesn't it? The same thing goes with your rentals. That's what you're seeing there. Okay?
So I have to say something about this neighborhood where her house is. So she bought it a year ago at about $125,000. Today, that same builder is selling the houses for about $161,000.
Oh yeah, well, good job. Give her a hand for that.
Okay, hold on.
That was a lot of hard work, huh?
Right, not a lot of hard work. Do you have any questions for Irene? Does anybody have a question?
What part of town's it in?
Willis.
Willis?
North of Conroe.
North of Conroe. Okay.
Yes.
All right. And Dave, if you have any
Dave,
questions
do you have any
online, let us know.
questions?
See if anybody has questions. No? Nice. Okay, the question was, I'm going to repeat it for the people online. Thank you. What was the hardest part of the process for you?
Making that first step, buying
Make a
the
decision?
house, that was really difficult.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to ask you a question. There's some new folks here, never been here before. They're scared, they're nervous. What would you tell the new people that are going to come to my seminar this weekend what to think about when they're going in there? What advice would you give them?
I think my biggest regret was that after I bought this one, I was looking at another one. I wanted to buy that one, and I should have. And also that that I had made the decision sooner, move faster. Those were my regrets, and I've heard that from other members too.
So what, a little bit of fear held you back, say, let me make sure this is right before I do another one?
Yeah.
Okay. That's very common. That's okay.
Yeah.
Good.
Oh, back there. I did get an inspection, yes, I did get an inspection, and I really
Okay.
like this.
The inspector in the room that works for a company is trying to give a plug for himself back there. They are funny.
Regardless
But he
whether
is
it's,
right.
regardless whether it's a new or old home, you always have to get inspections because sometimes
People take shortcuts.
people take shortcuts, even a builder.
That was my inspector.
Oh, that was your inspector? That's why he wants a plug for himself.
And my realtor's back there.
Did he do a good job?
Oh, I highly recommend it. He was wonderful. There were.
Look at how happy he is. He's
Yes.
peeing himself back there.
Yeah, a mere spec.
There you got a shout out to Nationwide. You happy?
And the realtor, Jennifer Peters.
she's awesome.
Yeah.
Jennifer back there?
Yeah.
There she is.
And then there was one other person that was great, and it was with, gosh, what's the name of my, Gateway Mortgage.
Gateway Mortgage, yes, here.
Gateway Mortgage, it
There
was
you go.
Alice Banks. Yeah.
Yes, Gateway Mortgage. There you go. And AmeriSpec home inspections. Yes.
So like I said, do this for yourself, do it by yourself. She formed a team around her. She had an inspector. She had, all these different people doing it with her. You understand that? You don't do it by yourself.
I have a few questions myself.
2 questions, that's it.
Yes, it's 2 questions. Actually, it's 2 questions just to give an idea to people. So, when did you put up a sign for rent?
I really didn't do anything. I got someone to do that, and if I had.
Who likes the fact she did nothing? Give her a hand for being lazy. Because that's what we're here for.
And
Yes.
if you put in that, if you had put in that effort, you could add $111. I subtracted that a month.
So in other words, she hired a property manager to do all the work for her. Makes a little less cash flow, but it's no headaches. Who likes the idea?
Yeah.
So she could make a little extra, but she wanted to do nothing. There's nothing wrong with that.
So, how long did it take him to find you a tenant?
About 30 days.
About a month. Okay.
Month.
Okay? All
Okay.
right.
Any other questions?
No, I guess
No,
we're good.
we're good?
Well, let's
Okay.
give her a hand. Thank you so much
Irene.
for sharing your
Thank
story.
you.